When the Buddha attained enlightenment, he realized the Four Noble Truths that explain the human condition. The first truth he taught is that all life is suffering. This rings true for San Diego State University sophomore Caitlin Leary.
Every single part of college is suffering. You're stressed out all of the time.
Next, the Buddha taught that to end suffering, you must end desire. Leary agrees.
You have certain expectations for everything in your life. You want things, you want that boy to like you back, you want that new purse. But if you stop expecting so much out of everything, you're just so much happier.
She's been exploring Buddhism since she took a class on it last semester, and now is working with other students to open a Buddhist fraternity and sorority at SDSU. You might think there would be a major clash between fraternities and Buddhism, but Leary says there's a middle ground.
We're not monks or anything like that. Like, we're college students learning about the philosophies and the teachings of the Buddha.
Being Buddhist doesn't necessarily mean that you can't drink. Being Buddhist doesn't necessarily mean that you can't have a social life.
Jeff Zlotnick holds meditation classes near SDSU and came up with the Buddhist fraternity and sorority idea.
Anyone's mind race all day long, just thinking and thinking and thinking, not going to stop your racing mind.
Members don't have to be Buddhist, he says. They'll have regular meditation and house rules based on Buddhist teachings of compassion, but also normal Greek activities.
Date dashes and formals and parties, but hopefully with some mindful behavior and mindful activities and mindful action.
What would a mindful mixer look like?
A mindful mixer look like? I'm not sure yet. Come back to me in about 2 years and we'll tell you that.
A local fraternity is now at the center of a freedom of religion debate.
Last spring, a Christian fraternity lost its recognition at another California state campus because it barred non-Christians from holding leadership roles. Zlotnick says he's expecting most of the fraternity and sorority members won't be Buddhist.
And when you're done 3, 4, 5 years later, you still won't be Buddhist. You'll just be a little bit happier, a little more peaceful, a little more compassion, and hopefully spend more time taking care of others than you do yourself.
Zlotnick is describing the Buddha's fourth noble truth. To end desire, you must follow the Eightfold Path. That includes moral actions, thoughtful speech, and mindfulness, or being in the present moment.
You don't have to react instantaneously to things when they might be stressful or irritating. You can take a moment and react with love and compassion.
SDSU senior Matt Sheldon has been following this path for about a year. He joined a different fraternity when he started college, but it was quickly kicked off campus. He says a Buddhist fraternity would provide a support system of like-minded brothers.
I still have fun. I still go out and do things, but there's plenty of times where it's an early night and you get up and you feel better the next day, you know? So I'm not your typical drink and hit up Trujillo's for tacos.
Sheldon says he hopes through Delta Beta Tau, students can learn to better handle college.
I see people freaking out in classes, and you just don't have that rooted attachment that causes the stress and the anger and all the other issues that people wind up following a different path to kind of take care of them with, you know? Because you have that practice of meditation to center yourself.
And prepare them for the next steps on their paths. Claire Tregesser, KPBS News.